Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Schoolboy here with another video. Tonight, it's gonna be Real Housewives of Potomac season 8, episode 6, Tequila Tears in Texas. Whew. When I tell you I am so damn bored with this show, it is absolutely crazy. It's like watching damn paint dry. It's ridiculous. But before we go ahead and get into the show, let's go ahead and get some housekeeping out of the way. Okay, let's talk about some stuff. So if you haven't subscribed to Chef Don Don's channel and you haven't set your notifications over there and you haven't watched any of the episodes of Hotline Bling, and we got episode 5 coming up this week, make sure you go around there and do that. Make sure you do all the things that I just said and subscribe to his channel and definitely catch up on all the episodes. We are doing a Christmas giveaway. Last week's episode was a Christmas edition episode. And, me and Chef Don Don produce Hotline Bling chat room. We will also be producing another production as well that's coming up soon. So if you ain't got into it, get into it. Now go ahead and do what you got to do. Secondly, if you don't know, now you know. I got a up and coming web reality dating series called School of Love, and casting has been extended. The application deadline is going to be Saturday, December 23rd, 2023. So, ladies, if you're looking for love, you want to come date your boy, make sure you come date your boy. The minimum ages are 30 to 45, preferably in the DFW area, but we are not responsible for your travel. If you live outside of the DFW area, you make sure you got your lodging and all of your things taken care of before you get here, because we ain't Bravo and we ain't got it like that. All right. Okay. You got it. No entanglements, no marriages, got to be single, got to be active on social media, whether that's X, IG, Facebook, or LinkedIn. And you got to be available to film during the filming production dates. If you would like to apply for the show and all of these requirements meet you and you cute, okay, go and apply at www.tcddproductions.com. Again, that's www.tcddproductions.com. The crowdfunding is over there. The application for the School of Love, all of that good stuff is on the website. The website is great. And there's links to Hotline Bling to watch Hotline Bling as well. Everything is over on the website. Chef Don Don's doing an amazing thing with the website and everything we got going on over there. It is amazing. So y'all make sure y'all get into that. And then also, if you would like to promote your Black-owned business on School of Love or Hotline Bling chat room, make sure y'all email us at admin@tcddproductions.com. Again, that's admin@tcddproductions.com, and they'll get all the packages out to you about how much it's going to cost, the different, how many episodes they'll run, all that good stuff over there. So y'all make sure y'all get into order it. Okay. Also, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, push your boy through the algorithm. Okay. Maybe I can hit 5,000 before the end of the year. I'm hoping that I can hit 5,000 before the end of the year. That would be great. So if y'all can help me do that, I would be happy. Tell anybody you know, your mama, your baby daddy, your cousin and them, your auntie and them, all them. Go ahead and tell them to subscribe to the channel and support your boy. Also, make sure y'all follow me on my Twitter, school_boy, or follow me on my Instagram, school_boy_2021. You can also, if you're watching the video and you like to go ahead and bless me, tis the season, it is the holiday season. I would appreciate any donations that are given. You can hit the Cash App or the Venmo that's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. But now that we done got all that housekeeping out of the way, let's get into the things. We opened the episode back up with the group together at poolside, and Giselle pipes us and says, "I was under the impression you didn't know her at all." Naneka says, "Well, she was at your daughter's sipping seat." Ashley says, "Why is Wendy lying about knowing Lebe?" Ashley mentions her getting a gele, and that's like a major thing in Nigerian culture. If you got that, it's like the highest, respect, and they're considered a friend. Wendy says Lebe and her sister Ivy were friends. Now they're not, and she mentions Giselle got a gele too, and she ain't my friend, so you can't compare that. which I mean, at this point, I'm just tired of this damn argument in this conversation. Either y'all know each other or y'all don't. Either way, I don't give a damn whether y'all know each other or not, because the only way this is gonna be squashed is if you get Lebe and Ivy in the room with Naneka and Wendy and solve it. That's the only way this is gonna be solved. Period. The rest of this back and forth, I'm sick of it. Please talk about something else. I don't care. Wendy says you're smoking, she's smoking this the CRACK. I ain't trying to say that because I don't know if YouTube gonna hit me for that with demonetization. So I ain't gonna say that. She says she's smoking on that stuff to NECA, and she says she should be careful with the allegations, and Wendy's basically over the conversation, and I'm over the conversation. I think the general public is over the conversation. You know how many people that said on Twitter that they were so done with this and they're over this and we're tired of talking about this? I am too. Giselle says they shouldn't put accusations out on people unless they are true. Karen, and I'm just like, Giselle, you was just up here saying that Candace's husband was trying to SA you and brought you to a bedroom and did all of this suggestive things and was trying to hit on you. So, ma'am, we don't want to talk about people saying things that aren't true about folks, because you seem to be the queen of doing that type of shit. We don't even want to go there. That I'm just saying. Karen says she wants everyone to be able to move forward in the group, but enough is enough with the fighting, and she doesn't want it to continue. And I agree, Karen, and I get that they want Karen to be the matriarch and to pull this together. But your number one problem is Giselle. You will never be able to move forward in this group as long as you have Giselle a part of it. They need to actually pull Giselle out, because everybody can get along as long as Giselle is not a part of the scene. We've noticed that. We know that even Robin can get along with the women as long as Giselle is not around. When Giselle is around, it goes from sugar to shit. The ladies get up to go dance and have a good time. They say they want to enjoy the trip and not fight, and we know that ain't gonna happen. The ladies are all getting dressed in their rooms for dinner, and Ashley had this fringe, I don't know, skirt, dress, and this, I don't know if it was a thrift store top. I don't know what the hell it was, but she was dancing on them damn TikToks again. And I really want y'all to ban her up off of TikTok. I am sick of seeing her in them tight, horrible, can't dance, no rhythm. It's just horrible. Get Ashley off TikTok, and I'm tired of seeing these damn TikToks. It's irking my soul. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Everyone gets into the black cars to leave to go to dinner. NECA, Ashley, Giselle, and Karen are in one truck discussing with the Wendy situation. And NECA says she's not going to admit the situation with the shrine and her mom. And I'm like, girl, let it go. Damn, we're over it. Giselle says she should apologize for the drug allegation on Naneka, and Naneka says it's defamatory and she shouldn't do that. And again, Giselle, shut up, because you stay putting an accusation on somebody or lying on somebody's husband or household or saying people's kids ain't theirs and paternity and all kind of fool-la-la and fuckery. Shut up. Shut it up. We don't need nothing from you. Naneka claims even if she would just say it could possibly be true, she would accept that from Wendy, because mamas do be crazy. Again, Naneka, go to hell swiftly with this storyline. I'm sick of it. Okay? At this point, I don't even want your ass back next year. Meanwhile, Robin, Wendy, and Candace and Mia are in another car, and Mia says Wendy asked Wendy how was she doing. Wendy says the lady has called her everything but a child of God. And she's wondering why me and her can't see eye to eye. And Wendy says there's nothing to salvage because there's no relationship there. And I get it. At the end of the day, Wendy, you childish as hell too, because I wouldn't have given this much energy to the NECA. And so you do too much too. And the NECA is doing too much. So both of you heifers, in my opinion, are doing too much. And both of y'all can shut the hell up about this, because I don't even care anymore. Okay? We done ran into almost 3, 4, 5 episodes with the same shit. I'm over it. Okay? And so is the general public. We're all over it. They eventually get to this restaurant, and they're at the table, and Giselle's bringing out her phone to use the light on it to read the menu. She claims that Sugarfoot, Jason, reads the menu for her when they go out. And shout out to Giving You the Real T, because he calls him a Sugarfoot, and I didn't kind of started calling him a Sugarfoot too. And so shout out to UT. Mia claims she does that for Gordon too, and she married a senior citizen. And I want to say this, Mia, he wasn't no senior citizen when that money was flowing, and you was riding that ping. You wasn't worried about him being a senior citizen there. Okay. So Karen mentioned she doesn't feel like chewing, so she will eat whatever they bring to the table. And I'm like, damn, Karen, I ain't gonna go there. Cause see, I was gonna say something. I was gonna shade you and be like, damn, what you got dentures or something? And you ain't soak them bitches and you ain't put no Fixodent on your thing to hold that poly grip on in there. But I'm gonna leave you alone, Karen. Giselle says, well, she wants to swallow. That's what she does with Ray. And it's like, Giselle, don't nobody want to think about two old ass people fucking. I know I don't. I know I don't. And when Wendy asks who swallows, and Robin raises her hand, and I'm like, Robin, you look like you swallow. I ain't even gonna hold you. Robin says she's good at what she does, and I'm like, it ain't stopping Juan from cheating, but go off, sis. And Ashley says in her confessional she be putting in that work, and I'm like, Ashley, you probably do too. So I don't even know why you trying to let me not and say I did. The rest of the ladies find it appalling at the table, and they're laughing and joking. Candace says in her confessional, they seem to bond over nasty conversation and cheating men's peen juices. And I'm like, girl, y'all do. Y'all do. Karen says she shouldn't be swallowing anything, and you don't know because Karen says Robin shouldn't be swallowing nothing because she don't know what she's drinking. Since that man around there cheating, and I'm kind of with Karen on that. You might want to check on that before you put your mouth on it. Just a suggestion. You ain't got to do it, but I'm just saying. Naneka chimes in and says she does, and asks Mia if she does, and Mia says once she got married, she stopped, and I'm like, you sure about that, or did you just stop recently because the money stopped? Still questioning that. Giselle says she has in the past, and I'm like, Candace is shocked and she's like ill and she just likes to be peed on. And I'm like, oh, Candace, you a real freak then. I kind of knew you was a freak. And Mia says, that's what they doing over there. And I'm like, Mia, you broke right now. I don't need you to say nothing about nobody else doing what, because I guarantee you done did something strange for a piece of change when you was working down there at that script club. Let's not do that. Okay. Candace says you get peed on in the shower. That Wendy says men don't drink enough water for all that. And Candace says you just get peed on in the shower. You don't do that, outside the shower. And Ashley says you don't want to get peed on, Wendy. And Karen says to Ashley, you acting like you get peed on every Sunday. And I said, I was like, and because she probably do get peed on. I ain't even gonna hold you. Ashley look like she nasty, and she looked like she was doing any and everything over there with that old ass man. I Robin says for her it's a part of intimacy swallowing, and I'm like, okay. Ashley says if you don't swallow, you hold it in your mouth until he falls asleep, and then you spit it out. And I'm like, ew, that's disgusting. The food comes out, and Mia's asking who has licked booty, and everyone says no. And then Mia says she has, and Mia again, I know you was doing something strange for a piece of change down there at them script clubs. I feel it in my soul. Giselle brings up Karen. Well, you put balls in your mouth, and they flash back to when they asked Karen about teabagging. And Karen says, when you get older, you have to be more creative. And they laugh. And Wendy says this was great, that it was good that everyone drank, ate, and they talked about cum. And I was like, for once, y'all shut the hell up about you and the Necker with that damn shrine, and we wasn't sitting up here talking about Juan and Robin allowing him to cheat over there in peace. I was glad. Now shut the hell up about two things I don't care about no more. Okay. Naneka talks about she's glad she came on the trip because the trip came in time. She's been stressed out about trying to get pregnant. And Candace asked how many kids does she want? And she says she wants twins, a boy and a girl, and be done in one shot and get a tubes tied. And I'm like, good luck with that. God gonna give it to you how you give it to you, and you ain't gonna have no control over that. But good luck with that. I hope you get what you want, you and your husband. They go back to the hotel, and Robin invites everyone back to her room to chop it up and hang out. Some of the ladies leave, and who's left in Robin's room is Ashley, Wendy, and Candace and Naneka. Candace puts Robin's slides on because her feet hurt. Robin says she was just talking about me on the blogs. Also, they show Candace tweets and shout out to the House of Aaron for showing his interview with Candace being featured in the episode. They show that clip where, Candace is calling Robin a fraud. And Robin says she's sitting here acting like nothing ever happened. And I'm like, Robin, y'all drunk. Most people don't give a damn about no beef and what I don't like about you when I'm drunk, because I ain't thinking about that because I'm drunk. I'm not concerned with that. The ladies keep on this conversation of swallowing, and Naneka and Robin say if she does it, her skin will be clear. And I'm like, Candace says before she leaves, she would like to talk to Robin the next day. Robin makes this weird, goofy face, and I'm just like, Robin. Naneka is still sitting at the table with her. Candace says after the night they had and the fun they had, this reminds her that Robin was like a big sister to her, and she wants to try to work it out. And again, I think Robin and Candace could be friends as long as Giselle doesn't interject, and it ain't gonna happen as long as Giselle is about a part of this cast. I'm gonna say if you remove Giselle, I think everybody can put past their grievances and be able to hang out with each other and it not be an issue. Robin and Aneka finished drinking and the champagne they was drinking, and they both go to bed. The next morning comes up. We open up with Naneka on the phone with Ike, and she's telling him how Wendy called her a crackhead, and he's laughing like everyone knows you're not a crackhead. Just ignore her. It's not that deep because he at the airport. He on his way to go out of town to work. They move over to Ashley setting up the morning activity, and breakfast is in the room as well. Giselle and Robin come in immediately and go to the food while Ashley continues to set up these easels for this activity. Giselle, Ashley, and Robin sit down to eat, and Giselle claims she wouldn't be a good she wasn't a good bestie when she left Robin in the room with people that have been trashing her. And I'm like, Giselle, you probably been trashing her too. You just ain't never been on camera, and you ain't never been caught on camera doing it. But I guarantee you talk shit about Robin because you look like you the type. And no, you are not a good friend. You're not even a good human being, in my opinion, by the way that you sit up here and treat these women and talk the message you talk and the things that you say. You're actually a deplorable human being, in my opinion. You're one of the most disgusting people that I've ever seen on reality TV by doing the things that you say, by doing saying the things that you say and the actions that you put forth. I can't stand you. And I'm just going to be honest. Robin says Candace called her a fraud and saying whatever she said about Juan, and now she's covering things up. Giselle says she doesn't know why she let her in her room. And I'm like, Giselle, go to hell swiftly. Karen and Aneka walk in to break up the conversation, and then later Mia and Candace come in. Ashley says they're painting their cootie cats, and the women are not thrilled about this. And I'm gonna tell you something. I got a pretty cool cootie cat, and I damn sure wouldn't want to be sitting up here painting what's between my legs in a room with a bunch of women that half of y'all don't even like each other. So you shouldn't even be showing each other y'all cootie cats to even be painting nothing. That's just Wendy says, oh, WTF. Ashley was like, "You can paint a rose or something or anything too." And I'm like, "You could have just did that from the beginning. Why does it have to be people's vaginas?" I'm not understanding that. Candace says they've all been out here for the streets long and being concubines, so they should be painting roast beef. And I'm just like, not the roast beef curtain. Mhm. And some of y'all probably gonna say Candace went too far with that. Karen brings up how one side of the group doesn't know what Robin is going through because there's division in the group, and once one side wants to know how Robin is doing. And she specifically says, "I would like to know how you're doing." Robin says she's not dividing the group. She speaks to those that reach out to her and ask, "Is she okay?" Candace jumps in and says she reached out to her and did not get a response. And Robin says, "Really? After you trashed me on social media?" And this is where all of it begins. Robin brings up she has been tortured by this group, and Karen says Candace has been tortured as well to her expense too. So you ain't special. Karen says Robin is hiding her truth, and Robin says if I didn't tell my own mother what was going on, why would I come to the group with it? And if you didn't tell your own mother, is because your mama probably would have gave you some sound advice and would have told you, I don't know why you remarried a man that constantly is going to continue to cheat on you and mistreat you and not give you to the level of love that you desire unconditionally from a man. She probably would have told you the truth about your choice, and you just didn't want to hear that. Again, but you know what? At the end of the day, that's your choice not to tell your mama. But I don't believe you didn't tell your mama. I don't believe. Okay. Karen says Robin needs to be held accountable. Robin stands up and screams, what do you want me to do? You beat me up. Would you want to beat me up? She stands up and screams, and like she's here. And I'm just like, Robin, all of these theatrics and all of this is absolutely unnecessary. If you feel beat up by the group, express yourself like an adult and say what it is your grievance is. Other than that, all of this hoopla and antics over a man that you're going to defend, regardless. Just, I want everybody on the cast, I want production to understand. Truly, production, stop bringing this up. If she wants the man to cheat in peace, let him cheat in peace. At this point, I don't care. It is what it is. Karen says you lied for an entire year to us. Everyone's looking perplexed. And I'm just like, it is true she lied, but let's be clear, Karen, you have lied about shit too. Candace has lied about shit too. I don't think there's not anybody in that room that has not lied about shit and omitted shit from their storyline. So at this point in time, the entire cast has lied, omitted, and not shown their true stuff that was really going on with them in some way, whether it was big or small. So really, honestly, Karen, you can get off the gas with that too. I like you, but at the same time, you've lied about some shit too. Call a spade a spade. Ain't none of y'all up there been completely honest with any of the storylines. Karen says all was missing was Robin's bonnet because she's in a polygamous camp. She's telling everyone to ask her whatever about Juan. She's when the whole world knows about Juan, and they do. But you know what, Karen, if the lady want to live in that delusion, allow her to live in her own delusion. This is where I'm just done with this storyline too. Period. Robin begins to scream and says she can't answer any questions with everyone talking all over her, and she feels attacked. Wendy asked, "Well, how come Giselle didn't bring it up when you were going through it?" Robin claims she was DM'd by the woman and she never opened it. The woman then DM Giselle and she opens it and tells her what's going on. Giselle says just because y'all didn't see us having a discussion doesn't mean it didn't happen. And Karen calls it BS. Do I think Giselle and them had a conversation? Exactly. Y'all did. Giselle and Robin had a conversation and y'all came up with that idea to put that bullshit behind the paywall for y'all to make money off of it and for y'all to sit up here and act like this was some big secret. And at the end of the day, I call bullshit. I do think you opened that damn DM because I'm gonna tell you right now, one of my friends that cussed you out in the DM one time after one of these seasons. You opened that DM up, read it, and immediately blocked them. So I call bullshit on that. I do believe that you opened that DM. Ashley says she want to paint some cootie cat underneath her breath, and then Candace says you said it was a DM exchange and she didn't read it. And she says, you didn't want to know if it was, if anything was talked about that was inappropriate. And Robin says, no. She says, Juan deletes everything from his phone all the time. He didn't even have the messages. And I'm like, girl, he got that shit on vanish mode. If you like it, I love it. Robin claims he didn't have the messages with her. He doesn't have coaches' names in his phones or any phone numbers stored in his phone. Again, more deflection, more BS. But Robin, go off because you gonna stand up here and you're gonna defend Juan to the very end, even if it means you pushing yourself off the cliff with Juan. You're gonna go straight off the cliff with them, and that's just what it is. Um, Giselle says in Robin's defense, there's a thing that is called trust, and if she does trust him, then okay. But if it was her, she would be looking all up and through everything. We know I know about how you was down around an empowerment temple and around Baltimore, Maryland, ma'am. You ain't got to tell me about how your antics are. I see you for your works. Anyways, moving on. Ashley says since they took up the whole morning talking about Juan and Robin, they're going to do two activities. One is a distillery and one is a cowboy boot shop. Since it's a lot of them, they're going to be splitting it up and everyone will pick an activity out of a hat. And that's how it'll be fair and even. Candace and Robin switch so that she doesn't have to be with Karen at the distillery to keep things down. Everyone goes to get dressed. Karen is on the phone with PAVE, which is a charity that she has been a part of that supports rape victims, and talking about the upcoming event that they are planning. Everyone comes downstairs and the group split up into their activities. Robin is in the car with the neck of Giselle, Ashley, and Ashley asks if is she's okay, and Robin says the group is acting like she did something to them directly and it was something that happened in private. And I'm just like, you lied, but I get it, Robin. You don't feel like you should have to share anything, just like some of your castmates feel the same way. So it's kind of an even exchange. At this point, I'm tired of them arguing about it. Robin says no one in this group is going to be like, here's all my dirty laundry. And I'm like, Ashley, you need to shut up because your man done cheated on you twice and this ended up on the blogs. Have a seat. And you still haven't divorced him yet. The paperwork ain't even been filed. You've been separated from him going on 2 years, February of 2024. When we make it to February 2024, you will be 2 years separated. In Maryland, you only need to be in the DMV area, you only need to be separated 1 year in order to go ahead and file forward with the divorce. Just say you and Gollum over there are just gonna stay married, but you're gonna act like y'all owe this fake separation for TV purposes so he doesn't have to be seen on TV. Call a spade a spade. Let's stop. So in the other truck, Robin at in the other truck, Candace asked Karen, did she get everything she needed from Robin? Karen says Robin gave everything she could give, and Karen says at the same time she knows Robin loves that man. And it's a catch-22. Robin loves him unconditionally, and I think Robin loves him more than Juan really gives a shit about Robin. And I think that um that's just what it is. And it is what it is. Um I think Robin is just okay with it being the way it is, and everybody just need to let it go at this point. Mia agrees that Wendy didn't say anything, and Candace says their relationship is complicated, and it is. And I think it ain't no robbery and fair exchange. Again, I think it works for the dysfunction that they work with it in, and I think Robin is happy to have a piece of a man, and if she has a piece of Juan, she's satisfied with the piece that he gives her. And it just kind of is what it is. Wendy says she doesn't care where in the world Juan goes to cheat. If she likes it, she loves it. And I'm with you, Wendy. I don't give a damn neither. Naneka, Giselle, Ashley, and Robin pull up at this boot shop. They get cocktails. They go shop for boots. Meanwhile, Karen, Candace, Wendy, and Mia pull up to a distillery. And Mia and Karen ask for beer and wine. And I'm like, a distillery is whiskey, bourbon, it's and this is specifically this is a whiskey distillery, so there ain't no damn wine and beer. I don't know, Karen. You and your mold don't know the difference between a distillery and a brewery. Come on, man. Come on. And the man is up here saying they make whiskey and gin, and y'all still asking for some shit that ain't even there. I'm just like, Candace and Winnie take a shot of 150 proof whiskey, and I took a shot one day at the liquor store of 100 proof whiskey, and I'm gonna tell you, the burn of that is like gasoline. Okay, they go back to another they go back to the other women shopping. Ashley says the necklace ring is pretty. Naneka says her and her husband have been married 1 year, and when she had to plan the wedding, it was chaos. She lived in LA at the time. She had to move to DMV. She moved there 1 week before their wedding. Naneka says the wedding didn't go as they planned. She wants to do her Nigerian wedding and be able to enjoy it with friends and family. Robin says she hopes they didn't scare Naneka away. She brings up how they're talking to her today, and that's not how you normally talk to a friend. And I'm like, Robin, you ain't a friend to them, so vice versa. It's kind of like you get what you give in this instance, in my opinion. They go back to Wendy, Candace, Mia, and Karen sitting outside the distillery, and the bird comes up, and Wendy says, "Y'all know my history with birds." And Mia says, "That's not your mama, is it?" And I'm just like, "But Mia, you get mad when somebody call you slow." But then Mia, you didn't like it when they was talking about your mama. But you gonna sit up here and talk about somebody else's mama. All right. Wendy says, "Don't do that." And Mia is laughing. And Wendy says, "Let's not do that." Mia says she is just kidding. And Wendy says, "Let's not bring moms into this." Mia says, let's clear this up, and says, did her mom submit names to a shrine? Wendy says in Catholicism, they have different shrines for different things and people. So when you say shrine, you're leaving it up to the imagination, which I do agree. Shrine, you can that's anything. There's a lot of Hinduism has shrines, Buddhism has shrines. There's a lot of religions that have shrines, but when you just say a shrine, you kind of leave that up to the interpretation. And for a lot of people, especially a lot of people go to automatically it being some type of voodoo, it going to be something negative and something nasty, and that's not necessarily what it is. If you don't know about Catholicism and the background of it and all of that. Wendy cries and says she doesn't play about her mom, and her mom sacrificed a lot for her to be where she is. And Mia and Karen basically understand and get it. And Mia says she wants the best for Wendy, and that's a sensitive subject, and she will leave it alone going forward. And Mia, I hope that you leave it alone going forward, but I don't trust your ass. I just don't. They go back to Ashley, Giselle, Naneka, and Robin, and they make their purchases, and they go eat lunch, and the other girls eventually join them. uh, they say they learn things about the other girls say that they learned things about Nneka and about her wedding, and Nneka brings up her wedding was a mess and she is ready to have her Nigerian wedding on her dad's compound. And I'm just like, you just had to get that in there, didn't you? But you can't buy a home that's turnkey ready. But whatever. And Ike is a title man. That means he's a chief. And Wendy seems so uninterested in this conversation. And I think she's uninterested because of her issues with Nneka, and rightfully so. I don't think I would really give a shit about what you talk about either. She says some people can pay for it nowadays. And Robin says it's like a blue check. And Nneka agrees. And Karen says, what is this buying a title? And Robin says, like you and Mia bought your blue checks on Twitter. Mia was like, shoot, I bought mine. She admitted it. And Karen says she didn't buy hers. She didn't buy hers. And Robin says, you and Mia are the only ones with a blue check. Karen says maybe they don't like you and they like me. Now, it is true. There are some celebrities that still do have blue checks and they are not paying for them. But for these two women, that is not the case. They are paying for these blue checks. Wendy says, well, you can see how it was acquired. And Karen walks over to Wendy with her phone, and Wendy helps her look it up. And Karen reads off that she subscribed to Twitter Blue. And Wendy says, you subscribe to it. That means you pay for it. Karen keeps saying, no, she didn't pay for it. And then she discovered that it was on her Apple Pay. And they all laugh at her. And I'm like, Karen, you don't get the receipts for your Apple Pay. Like, I get my receipts for my Apple Pay. It tells you exactly what it's for. Like, come on, Karen. You knew you was paying for the damn check. The hell out of here. Then Ashley says they're going to Ashley brings up that they're going to go to chicken shit bingo. Mia says they are trying to get Ashley a man, and she says, oh, well, I'm working on it. And again, Ashley ain't working on getting no man. They just finding a loophole in the way to keep old boy off the show. They're gonna keep dragging this shit out until production either puts their foot down and says, hey, either there's really a divorce going on or this can't be. You're gonna have to come up with another storyline. Mia says they're trying Mia says, are you still getting a divorce? And Ashley's like, we're still working on the logistics. And I'm like, stop faking for the cameras. You're not working on the logistics. He just bought you a home that he's paying for. There is no logistics. Candace says in her confessional she needs to get her Nikes on and get to moving on this. And I'm with Candace. Either shit or get off the pot. They get to Mia asking Candace about the lawsuit with her and Michael, and she says she's not speaking on it with the group about it. Robin says we can get a list of what we can or can't. Can we get a list of what we can and can't talk about in the group? And Candace is like, let's not be dense another day, meaning like, let's not be stupid. When legal counsel is going to tell you not to speak on something publicly and damn sure going to tell you not to speak on it on national TV, let's not do that. Candace says she didn't speak on Juan's legal situation and she's not speaking on hers, which is very true. Wendy says a Title IX violation has no merit on Juan getting fired, and this is a public his public infidelity doesn't help either. She says she can't believe Robin is this naive, and Robin's not naive, Wendy. Just Robin accepts things for what they are. Okay, that's how I see it. Robin says Juan didn't do anything wrong, and he didn't commit a Title IX violation. And she says, Miss Smarty Pants needs to shut up. And I'm just like, Miss Smarty Pants, that's the best comeback you could say. All right. They're still going to chicken shit bingo. They are walking back to the hotel to change first. Giselle is by the pool talking to her Renaissance man. Everyone else is in their rooms getting dressed to go to this chicken shit bingo thing, and everyone leaves the hotel and heads to bingo. All the women don't see don't know about what it really is. Mia sees Candace and Robin sitting next to one another, and Mia says it's good to see them next to each other and maybe they can talk. And Robin says she's not interested in having a conversation at all. Candace says it's not smart to speak on any legal situation. You spoke on Juan's, and she does not believe it helped. Robin begins to cry, and she says they turn it into a Title IX violation, and she says that's not what it is. Robin, the tears don't move me. I don't care. I'm at this point with Juan and Robin that I don't care anymore. At this point, if Robin likes it, I love it. It is what it is. We move past it. At the end of the day, the tears, Robin, is just your karma. You have sat back and you have played in a lot of mess with Giselle. You have went along with lies that Giselle has told on multiple women's husbands on this show. Karma sometimes spins the block, and might be your time to spin the block. But at the same time, you can't get mad because these women are questioning things when all of them have had to sit in the hot seat in regards to their marriages and their relationships or address lies that were made up on them. In this case, this is a legal situation. The lady can't speak on her legal situation no more than you could speak on Juan's. And you really shouldn't have spoke on it because all you had to do was tell Andy no comment and it would have been dead. But again, this is a boring trip and Ashley threw together. I'm very bored. I'm over it. And this is going to be a long, long, long season. That was it for me. I ain't got no more. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. I'll check y'all out in the next video. Oh, and make sure y'all go to check out Hotline Bling chat room. If you want to get casted for School of Love, make sure y'all handle that as well. Check me out on Scotty by Nature's channel tonight for the Whether You Like It or Not panel as we're discussing Real Housewives of Potomac. Other than that, check out this trailer at the end of the video. Peace, y'all.
The Chef Don Don Productions presents School of Love, honey. A new LGBTQ web reality series in the big city of Dallas, Texas. If you are interested in dating a schoolboy, make sure you get those applications in right now, just in time for school to be in session.